The ring is here in Canastota, New York for the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And right with me is Olympic gold medal winner, former world heavyweight champion, merciless Ray Mercer. Ray, how is it to be back at the Hall of Fame for this year's inductions?
Oh man, it's an honor every year. But this I'm here now, and this one's special. I just talked about my career and everything, answered some questions, and they were the best questions probably that I had since I've been here, man. So far it's great. Everything's good. Even though it's raining, we're still having the ball on.
And you had a long career. You faced a lot of the top guys that were around. Is there anyone that stands out to you as your toughest opponent during that run?
Oh yeah, Bert Cooper. I mean, Bert Cooper was my toughest opponent. I know people say I fought like people like Tommy Morrison, Lennox Lewis, but my toughest fight, if you want to know, was Bert Cooper, and it's only because he was like a sparring partner for 2 or 3 years. So he knew me and I knew him. So that makes for a good fight.
Now, you faced a lot of heavy hitters. Would you say, I know I've seen you do interviews where you said Morrison hit like a truck.
Yeah, but he wasn't the hardest hitter. Bert, not Bert Cooper, but Lennox Lewis hit hard. He hit hard. Him and Vitaly Klitschko.
But you stood in the trenches with Lennox. I remember that fight well.
Yeah, I think I won that fight. I think he said it too, but he don't know. But I won that fucking fight. I thought I won that fight. But I put it on him. I put that jab and that right hand on him.
Did you ever try to push for a rematch in the aftermath?
Nah.
Didn't think they would give it to you? Too
They
dangerous?
would give it to me. I was always like the gatekeeper, I thought. You know what I'm saying? If you fight Ray Mercer, you beat Ray Mercer, then you get a title shot. That's what it seemed like it always was. So that really pissed me off, but you know, that's boxing.
Well, that's kind of what they were probably thinking when you went into the Morrison fight, and that's still a highlight reel knockout to this day.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be around for a while. That was a good fight. We trained a long time for that fight, and you know, it was. I'm not gonna say, so I'm not gonna say it. It was a good fight.
Now, one of the more controversial things about that fight is people thought the ref didn't step in quick enough when you had him out. Did you think the referee should have stepped in maybe a few punches sooner?
Now that I watch the fight, yeah, hell yeah. But while I'm fighting him, you don't know what's going on. I don't stop it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm hitting the guy and I'm getting him. Let me get him out of there. So, but if I was on the other end of that, I'm pretty sure my family would want the referee to step in and stop it a whole lot sooner. I'm pretty sure I would too. I'd have stopped it sooner.
Now, when you were in the Lennox fight, and I know there were a lot of people who thought you should have took that fight.
Yeah.
You should have taken the victory.
Yeah.
When the fight ended, did you think in your mind, I'm going to get it? Or did you think, the judges are probably going to go towards the A side?
I felt like my career was going. They were gonna go with him because he had a fight coming up with Tyson.
Yeah.
So that right there was the reason.
And you were sort of like, I guess, the style they brought in that they thought this would be the guy to help prepare him for Tyson.
True that. Yep, that's what it was, man. I got duked out of that one. Lucky for Mike.
And then another key point during your career, while not in boxing, is when you dipped your toe a little bit into MMA.
Oh yeah, I did a little bit of that. My first match was with Kimbo Slice. He didn't get. He did. I thought he was gonna box. He came over and did a flurry of shots. I covered up, and then he went for my legs, and then I pushed him off, and I pushed my head right under his arm. So he clamped down, and I tapped out. I mean, I had neck surgery and all that. I was out of my element. So I wasn't. I know he couldn't do that, but I put him in a position to beat me, to tap out.
But you had another highlight reel knockout when you went in the ring with former UFC heavyweight champion Tim Sylvia.
Five-time world champ Tim Sylvia. I knocked him out in 9 seconds and one hammer fist. That was one of the greatest fights ever. And that proved to people that boxing and MMA, boxing is it. We'll knock you out anytime. Anytime.
So I remember when I was going to watch the fight, I got up for a second. I came back. The fight was over. And I was like, what just happened?
9 seconds. 9 seconds. You got to go get that water a little quicker. Fight Tim Sylvia. But it was a good fight, man. You know, we all become friends after the fight, man. I wish him well.
Out of the current crop of guys that you see around now, obviously it's not as loaded as during your time. It was loaded from top to bottom, the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Who do you see as a guy that impresses you where you're like, that guy's really good?
Well, these guys, I like Fury, but Usyk, I like Usyk. I think he's serious and he hits hard and he sort of has my style, so I like him.
Were you surprised at what he's been able to do as a guy coming up from cruiserweight and fighting these giants?
No, I mean Holyfield did that. You know, you get him with speed. That's what he does, man. He's strong. He puts the pressure on them. He stays on the inside so they can't use their strength, and that's how he does it. So I like him.
Are you paying any attention at all to his upcoming fight with Daniel Dubois?
Nah, not yet, but I will now that you mentioned it. When's the fight?
During your career, there was a couple of guys that you didn't get in the ring. Was there anyone that you regret not facing, like a Riddick Bowe or someone like that?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. I wish I'd have fought Mike Tyson. That's the fight that I needed.
You think you were one of those guys where, like, I know you said a gatekeeper. You're a pretty dangerous guy to be a gatekeeper for someone to face.
No, that would, for me, that would be it'd be straight going for it. I felt like you beat Mike Tyson, not Mike Tyson, now you're the champion. And nobody can question that.
Outside of heavyweight, who are some of the guys around now that you would say you like to watch? Really skilled guys that are out there that when they have a fight, you don't miss it.
Shakur Stevenson. I watch all them guys like Tank Davis. I watch him, like Haney. I watch those guys.
But a guy like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah. I'm watching him when he fights too. I watch him too. But when he fighting
Canelo in September.
I don't know.
What do you think about a guy going up from 54, jumping 2 weight divisions to fight a guy at 68?
I don't know. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do.
Do you think he'll probably be the quicker guy, do you think in order to win that fight he has to stay on his toes at a distance, or he has to get respect at some point during the fight?
Respect, man. You gotta get respect. That's what you gotta do. And running and getting respect.
It seems like there seems to be a mixed bag about that fight. Half the people think Canelo's too big, and there are a few people that trickle in that say if Terrence just sticks to his boxing, he might have a chance.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna have to do. If he sticks to boxing, that's what he's gonna have to do. Because that's what Canelo's gonna do. He's gonna box.
Because there's guys in the last few years who have made these crazy jumps. In particular, man getting inducted this week, Manny Pacquiao, when he jumped from 35 to fight Oscar De La Hoya at 47, and people thought he was nuts.
Yeah, that's one problem I ain't have to worry about. The heavyweight, but I didn't think about that more.
So, in closing, Ray, is there anything that you want to say to the people, your supporters, fans, people who followed you throughout the years?
Yeah, I want to speak to all the people out there that have dreams, man. If you got a dream, I'm telling you, I'm living proof that you can make it happen. I know I look a little old now, but I made my dream come true when I was young. I had a dream, I made it happen, and a lot of these fighters that's here now, today, they dreams too. So all you young kids and all you people that's into boxing or whatever, talk to these guys and really train, and you can get there. We want you to know that.
Thank you, Ray.
All right.